Who am I voting for? I feel like this is a question that probably not many of you are asking because my channel focuses very heavily on politics and current events and all things controversial, so it's not difficult for someone like me to tell you that I am obviously voting for Hillary Clinton. I have a lot of things about her that I don't like, but I think that I've pretty clearly expressed my feelings on this channel about Donald Trump. And the way I view him is, I'm terrified of him, to be honest. The things that he says, the values that he holds, and the things that I fear he will do given the opportunity to be president, it just terrifies me. Recently there's been a lot of controversy around a popular vlogger known as Neistat. I've watched a lot of his videos. He does a lot of really cool stuff with drones, and his channel is nothing like mine, nothing at all. He is very PG. You don't really find a lot of controversy on his channel, so a lot of people were taken aback whenever he recently made a video coming out in full support of Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. I will be voting for Hillary Clinton.
So he pretty much feels the same way that I feel whenever it comes to Donald Trump.
I can have my opinion and there will always be an opposing one. That is the nature of a healthy democracy. But this is not that. This is about a megalomaniac who's driven by nothing but ego. A person who brags about sexually assaulting women and shames others for the way they look. Tax avoiding, lying, racist, misogynist.
Yeah, I totally agree with all that. But at the same time, I understand that Hillary isn't perfect. I recognize why people don't like her, and I get it. But like I said, the way I view Trump is something so horrible that I would literally pick anybody at all, to be the president over him. So it's not like a lot of people who are voting for Hillary are super enthusiastic about it. They just don't want Trump.
I'm not a huge fan of her stale politics. I'm entirely aware of all the criticism against her. I'm aware of all of her failures and shortcomings. But she's intelligent, and she knows what she's doing. More importantly, she's sane.
And that's basically what it comes down to. I view her as someone, although imperfect, who is sane. A lot of people, in response to Casey's video, have come out saying that politics is something that should be kept off YouTube. It's not something that should be discussed. Now, whether or not, whoever is watching this, whether or not you are supporting Trump or you're supporting Hillary, or you hate them both and you're voting third party, or you're not voting at all, or you're in another country entirely, it doesn't matter who you are. I feel like everyone should kind of come to the consensus that speaking out about politics, current events, social issues, on a social media platform is a good idea. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of people, who make videos on YouTube that I absolutely disagree with. But I would never, ever tell them to stop making videos or would I want them to stop making videos. I think it's so important to, no matter what side you're coming from, generate discussion around important, relevant topics. Keeping people quiet and saying that you shouldn't talk about politics on YouTube, you shouldn't talk about religion, you shouldn't talk about controversial issues. I think that's really detrimental to development as a person and a society. And it really has been bumming me out seeing all of these different YouTubers, so many people that I know who don't have controversial channels, making videos saying how this type of thing shouldn't be discussed. How it's honestly bad of you to discuss these types of things to your audience because if you influence them one way or the other, it's not your place to do that. But I'm gonna kind of call bullshit on that. Like, I make videos giving you my opinion. You are more than welcome to disagree with me, as many people often do, and I respect that. But that shouldn't make it wrong for me to be public and open about my feelings on a situation, especially whenever I'm really passionate about it and am trying to make a difference. And I wish more people would do that. I understand that you do lose subscribers whenever you post controversial stuff. For me, maybe it's a little bit different because I've built my channel around that type of a platform, but I know damn well that I'm not gaining subscribers as fast as I would. I'm not as successful as I would be if I had just decided to keep my channel more PG and be bubbly. And there have been many situations where I've encouraged other people to speak out about important issues, and I certainly think this election is one of them. And Casey decided to do that in his video and got a lot of heat for it because people feel like he's pressuring them to talk about things that they don't want to talk about.
I want to end this by calling out all the big YouTubers. Some I know and some you viewers might know. See, making videos like this, they're not popular, they're not going to get you subscribers, they're not going to boost your view counts. But there is something much more valuable than subscribers or dollars, and that's backbone.
I feel like my channel and channels like mine have taken the harder route, but it's so important because YouTube is full of such a different crowd than you find through other media outlets. It tends to be much younger. I can get an entire group of people that wouldn't normally think about politics to start considering it. So that's why Casey felt it was so important to encourage other YouTubers to speak out about political issues and things that really matter.
We have the power to activate a demographic, an electorate that isn't typically very active. That is young people.
So at the end of his video, he asks a bunch of big YouTubers to make videos talking about the election and who they're voting for. And Philip DeFranco actually recently covered the story, and I like Philip DeFranco. I think a lot of his videos are very evenly balanced and well thought out. He actually made a video one time where I was involved, and I feel like he gave a very fair representation of me in that whole situation. And I think that he did a pretty good job with this too, but there are a couple of things that he said that I do kind of want to go over.
So in my opinion, what I see here is Casey kind of getting on a high horse.
No, Casey isn't sitting on a high horse for saying that we need to show some backbone and oppose a person who is actively trying to overturn abortion, wants to punish women who get them, brags about sexually assaulting women, calls immigrants criminals and rapists, wants to remove restrictions put on oil companies that have been put in place to preserve the environment, doesn't believe in climate change. Who cares what the scientists say? He just blames it all on China and the media. I don't know, I just don't consider it sitting on a high horse to say that these are things that should be opposed. Sorry.
Also, he references the biggest YouTubers on this site, which I don't know if he's going by views or sub count. If he's going by views, he's calling out Little Ryan Toys Review and PewDiePie. And if he's going by most subscribed, then it's PewDiePie and people like Smosh.
So I feel like this is kind of straw-manning what Casey was trying to say. Obviously, he's not reaching out to children. Obviously, he's not reaching out to people who don't live in the United States. He wants to reach out to people who have a large following, that are eligible to vote, that are of an appropriate age. But even PewDiePie has made several references to Donald Trump, and they're not favorable.
Donald Trump!
And maybe that has something to do with the fact that Trump's latest polling in Europe has 6% approval. 6%. Europe.
2 days ago, I saw Aaron Carter tweet out, "No, I no longer support Trump." Who cares? I mean, who cares whether Aaron Carter was for or against Donald Trump?
I'm sure not many people actually care, but what I do want to address in this, it's kind of implied that social media isn't a good outlet for expressing yourself or for influencing other people or making a positive change, and that's obviously not true.
If your favorite YouTuber says things like, "I don't like to talk politics on my channel," or "I'm not going to reveal who I'm voting for," call them out. Sitting on the sidelines this time around is not okay. This election is different.
At this moment, in my opinion, Casey Neistat released a hate mob. People are just spamming this video and going, "Where's your backbone, insert YouTuber? Why are you not coming out against Donald Trump? Are you racist, random YouTuber?"
Yeah, and you know, it really sucks if that's happening, but to be fair, this is the internet. I guarantee you any big YouTuber has seen way worse comments than, "Oh my gosh, you're not telling me who you're voting for, you're probably racist then." Probably not even close to the worst thing they've seen. And then Casey's video basically ends with this disclaimer that tells everyone that they need to vote for her and that they should tell everyone they know to vote for her. And again, this is, to me, like, I get it, man, I feel ya. But telling someone that they need to vote for your candidate and that they need to basically evangelize that to other people, I feel like that's kind of pushing it a little far. Definitely feel free to express your feelings on it. Feel free to express who you're voting for and why you don't like the opposition. That's fine, but I wouldn't personally ever tell someone that they need to think the same way that I do. They need to vote for the same person that I am. But that's just my opinion, and since this whole thing is kind of a big deal right now and relevant to my channel, I figured I would make a video talking about it, especially since I've made so many videos in the past talking about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, and that whole thing has gotten so messy. And it's like, it sucks because I kind of hate politics. As much as I talk about politics, I kind of hate it because it is very divisive. It makes people so angry, but at the same time, it's so important. It matters to me. It means something to me. And as much as I cringe having some of the conversations that I have to have, you know, I do it because I believe in it. So with that said, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who are you supporting if you feel comfortable telling me that? And what are your reasons for supporting one candidate versus another? As usual, all my social media links are in the description below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it everywhere. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
You describe kissing women without consent, grabbing their genitals. That is sexual assault.
Right?
You brag that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
No, he doesn't.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Oh.
I don't think you understood what was said.
Denial? I didn't say that. It's on tape.